Hello everyone. So today let me show you something really cool about org mode export and this is basically applicable of course to any kind of export, but because I create PDF files and like a book or maybe presentations, I thought I'll probably talk about it because you may want to do something similar, especially when you're dealing with different files. Now, I just to give you some background, I use org mode to create a lot of documentation, and because I make content like books, slides, training content, I of course have to make sure that whenever I'm making some content, I reuse some elements from my other content. For example, if I have written something about myself, I don't really want to write about myself in each and every org file, and that is why we have this feature called include. Now the way it works, let us say, just to show you this outline. Now in this course, there is a section called or module called course introduction, and within this section there is something called as section, and then of course further subsections. Now this is my level 1, level 2 and level 3. Now if you notice here, about us is basically an include. Basically it will include the content from another file, which is basically about -sparksys.org. And of course I don't really want to include this file. I don't really want to include the content of this file in each and every org file. So I'm trying to follow, inheritance, I guess, something similar, if not exactly. Oops. So if we talk about course introduction, now when I export, so this particular file is basically Jira fundamentals, which is one file that would lead to one course or book, whatever, or a small book. And in this particular, whenever I'm exporting this Jira fundamentals as it is, or when I'm focused on just Jira fundamentals, I want the course introduction section or this course introduction level to be exported. But I also include this Jira fundamentals in my other advanced courses. And in that case, of course, I don't really want this course introduction part to be included because that would look weird, right? Because in each and every course of mine, I have something called as, course. Basically, when you're introducing about the course, you want to talk about yourself, you want to talk about the course overview, objective, prerequisites, and target audience. And when I'm including this in another course, I don't really want to repeat this, or not even repeating. It's basically duplicate. I don't really want each and every include to have its own intro. So the way I work, the way I deal with this is that in each and every org file of mine where I'm doing some document production, I have something called as exclude tags and select tags. Now select tags is actually more relevant here because in this case, if I have, because you can see I have two tags here, export and Jira_fundamentals. So this Jira_fundamentals is basically a tag which is only used in this particular org file. Now you will notice that in my level 1, all my level 1 entries, I have this export tag. So these all will get exported. And if you look at the first section, course introduction, I have Jira fundamentals. So this will also get included or exported because I have this Jira fundamentals tag on top. But when I include this in another file, let us say I'm including this somewhere else. For example, if I show you the about us, so this is about us, and if you notice here, I have similar about us tag, which is basically a tag for this particular file. So when I include this in my other file here in the course intro section, because about us, because I'm including it here at level 3, and on top, of course, the whole level, the topmost level is exported. So if I look at my file, the file will have about us. So that is how it works. And basically the main objective here is that I want to reuse my content, number one. At the same time, I also want to make sure that each and every file has its own, at least one tag, which is specific to that particular file. So if I export this particular file, I want to export everything, or basically all the tags here. But when I include this file somewhere else, I don't really want to export this course intro, and because the Jira fundamentals tag won't be there in the other file, and yeah, that is it. So maybe you want to do something similar. It may be useful for your use case, and I think it is great that we have these features, exclude tags and select tags. I've made video on this topic, but I wanted to focus and highlight the use case because it actually saves a lot of my time, and it gives me a lot of flexibility. And the thing is that I'm using the same file to export a slide, but I can also use the same file to export a PDF, like a proper book kind of a document, big document. All right, that is it. I know, short video, but hopefully useful, and I hope you also enjoyed watching this video. Thank you very much. Bye bye.